What's up guys, welcome back to another Paladins video. This time I want to talk about aggression and why it's honestly a lot better to pick up another offensive item most of the time. Now aggression sounds pretty good on paper, right? You get more damage so you can kill things faster. When I first started playing the game, it felt like aggression was a no-brainer. It honestly felt like the go-to card. Then, as I started watching more and more Paladin streams, I kept hearing the same thing over and over. Didn't matter what stream I went into, I kept hearing, don't buy aggression, don't buy aggression, don't buy aggression, and I really didn't get it. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but as I looked into it, I started seeing things their way, and now I never buy aggression, and I always advise against picking it. Now, why is it that you shouldn't pick aggression? The main reason is because picking it deprives you of the ability to counter the other team more effectively. Of course, there are certain characters that perform well against others, so you could counter that way, but the items you buy can take that to a whole nother level. For example, let's say they have a Fernando on the other team. Fernando's shield allows him to effectively protect his team and keep them on the objective safely. By picking Wrecker, you can bring the shield down much faster. Just tier 1 of Wrecker gives you 50% bonus damage against enemy shields. Wrecker on characters like Bomb King and Cassie will be devastating to enemy frontliners because they all have shields. I had a game where my friend was two-shotting Barrack's shield as Cassie, and because of it, his ability to protect his team was completely nullified. The other team was using aggression, so they had no way to bring down our Fernando shield fast enough to even up the odds in time. So if the enemy has frontliners, and any good team comp does, then it is so much more worth it to pick up Wrecker over aggression. There's also the Cauterize item. What Cauterize does is it reduces the amount of healing the enemy receives for a few seconds when you attack them. Every good team comp has a good support. Sure, if they only have a pip, then there's no real reason to pick Cauterize, but if they have double support or even just a Ying to solo heal, then Cauterize is a must pick. The less healing supports can do, the easier it'll be to kill the enemy. Makes sense. Putting Cauterize on somebody like Victor is great because he's constantly unloading bullets onto the enemy, so it's easy to constantly apply Cauterize. Cauterize also stacks with the reduced healing effects of certain skills in the game, like Cassie's Blast Shot for example. Just throwing that out there. When you take the benefits of Wrecker and Cauterize into account, there's really no point in picking aggression at all. It's both more expensive and less beneficial to you and your team overall. I really wanted to make this video to help get out the word because I see players picking aggression way too often, and it more often than not costs them the win for throwing away such an advantage in exchange for just a little bit more damage. I also want to throw out that if the enemy is running just tier 2 Haven or Blast Shields, then you'd need tier 3 aggression to keep a damage bonus, and if they get tier 3 themselves, well, then you're out of luck and you have a mostly useless card, not to mention that it's much less expensive to get to tier 3 Haven or Blast Shields than aggression. So if you want to have greater success in your games, then I advise against buying aggression. Buying Cauterize and Wrecker is what's really going to help you and your team secure the win. If they for some reason happen to not have a frontliner or support, then sure, have at it. Buy all the aggression you want, you're probably going to win anyway against a team like that. Now however, let's say they do go ahead and buff aggression, then maybe it'll become a different story. I don't know exactly how they do that. If you just buff up the base value it gives, it could become a little bit overpowered. Maybe they could replace the card, or maybe it's just doomed to forever be the least useful pick. Who knows, we'll see in the future. And that's pretty much it guys. I want to thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.